When compared to other states, Maine is near the top when it comes to home ownership. Nearly 3/4 of us live in a home that either has a mortgage or something we own outright.
And for the most part, those homeowners have a lot of control over how much they pay to live where they do and decide for themselves if or when they move.
But for about 27% of us who rent instead of own, it's a different story.
Especially since the pandemic sent rent across the state through the roof. Well, now lawmakers are proposing bills to protect renters. Here's News Center Maine's Jack Mulmud.
Yeah, it takes longer to fix things around.
Martin Ali lived at Red Bank Village in South Portland for a year and a half.
It's rent is very expensive, like you're talking about $2,700 a month.
He says once he, his wife, and children moved into their 750 square foot apartment, they were already looking for a new place.
If somebody just yelled in the other room, you can hear it. And I work nights, so most of the time I can't even sleep, really.
Red Bank Village Apartments took the spotlight last spring after the new property owners proposed a rent spike anywhere from $200 to $600. The city of South Portland ended up stepping in and issued a moratorium on evictions and a temporary rent cap.
It's really important that tenants have predictability in what their housing costs are going to be.
Chris Kessler, a Democrat representative from South Portland, is announcing several bill requests that would protect renters and prospective tenants. He says the housing crisis last year in Red Bank fueled some of the bill's goals. One would abolish application fees. Another would require landlords to give 90-day notice for any rent increase.
We have more bills this session having to do with landlord-tenant relationships and tenants' rights than we have in decades.
Representative Kessler is not the only lawmaker proposing renter protection.
People's lives are generally upended when they get a notice of eviction.
Senator Ann Carney of Cumberland is proposing a bill title that would protect tenants who accuse their landlord of evicting them as retaliation.
So basically it just gives an added layer of protection in the eviction hearing for tenants who have reported illegal behavior.
Senator Carney's bill has a first read next week, and Representative Kessler's renter bills will see hearings more in the spring.
And we might have to leave some stuff and come back.
Back at Red Bank, Martin and his family are moving. They're becoming homeowners after renting for years.
I'm very happy, very excited. It's finally coming through.
But while Martin and his family set off on a new chapter, the legislative battle goes on to protect the thousands of Mainers still renting. In South Portland, Jack Mulmud, News Center, Maine.
And it should be noted the names of these bills are still working titles, so the final bill proposals could change in the next few months.